Okay, I'll start it again, Vikas.
Yeah.
So this course we have designed to automate reports in the Excel. So when I say this, basically this will be used to MIS analysts, risk reporters, and the person who are dealing day to day in the month-end activities, reporting their reports, maybe CA, CS, everyone. And how we will do that? We will use different tools, and we'll try to accumulate all those things. And when I say different tools, I will say SQL, VBA, macros, pivers, and some other tools. And with the help of these all, individually and combining all, we will try to automate our reports. So this is the
Okay.
basic idea. Yeah. So have you
So
heard
I'll give
our?
you a brief. I'll
Hmm,
give you my brief background. What
yeah.
is the reason? What do I do? What is the reason why? What
Okay.
why I want got
Yeah,
into
that
this.
will be helpful. Hmm.
So basically, see, I am employed with basically Samsung India Electronics.
Hmm.
Okay, I take care of basically there's a vertical accessory and wearables, and I take care of that vertical. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
part of the sales team, and eventually it's a smaller vertical, obviously, because contribution to the business is smaller.
Hmm.
Okay, so what happens is I am the one who has to drive things from the sales, from the data. Basically, I have to get the job done through people. Okay,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
and I have to get the job done through the same mobile team who has been basically their primary focus is everyday mobile driving mobile
Hmm.
sales.
Hmm. Hmm.
And typically because I and then I in the day-to-day course I use I have to work on the Excel every day. I have
Dashboards
to pull
and.
out a lot of data, and
Hmm.
so I've been doing that. So I've been doing every day a lot of things which I've been doing that. But somewhere I think I need to, as what we had mentioned about automate certain things. I want to automate
Hmm. Hmm.
certain things so that I can spend more time on the field, with
Hmm.
the
Hmm. Hmm.
partners than
Hmm.
pulling out, like, you every day in the morning, you in one
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
you've
yeah.
done, you pulled out all the reports, then get to the thing. Now what happens is here, whole day you're working on the data. Some guy some wants something, and that's what. And then eventually you
Hmm.
realize what you wanted to do, you have not done it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah,
So
sure.
that's
We'll work on that, and we'll make sure that at the end of the classes, you will be making automatic and dynamic reports. What I say.
okay.
So
Okay.
all the manual work which you are doing, what I can say, how many hours you are spending on your data, like data
I
working,
I think
approximately
there are days where whole day also goes into the thing.
whole day. Okay.
Like
So we'll
yeah, the first
yeah.
thing, like for example, you have to pull
Hmm.
out yesterday's number, then you have to pull out the last month number, then you have to do some other thing which you have to keep doing it.
Hmm. So from my experience, what I can say that I worked on different balance sheets also, different financial statement also, different reports also, and people
Okay.
who are, taking three hours, 4 hours in making those report manually, which have same patterns and which are logical. You know the logics that if this things will happen, then we will need this, that, like permutation and combination. So we will include
Absolutely.
all those permutation and combination in the course in the Excel, and instead of
Okay.
RBR, that report will be doing work. That is our main and ultimate goal. That if we know the
Fantastic.
logic, we should be able to insert in the code.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll give a little brief, some of the example, not all, little bit. We will start today with the macros. So I'm assuming you must be having little bit knowledge of macros in the initial. So we will start with that.
Okay.
So this is one sample data, and this is made from some of the database which is available here. This might be anything. I'm not going deep into the what is the data, but currently I'm starting with a little thing. So if I'm pressing this button, like update, what it will do?
I'm unable to see the data.
Okay, you're unable to see the data. I'm sorry, wait. Let me know once you can see. Can you see now, Vikas? Hello.
No, I cannot see you. I can see you, but I cannot see the, so the screen which you're sharing.
Now
I
you
can
can
see.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see the CNF matrix, right?
I can see your screen and the sheet one thing. That's all.
That book one. Okay, it's quite clear that the screen which I'm trying to share you is not showing.
Yeah, I can see now.
You
FOB
can see.
metrics.
Yeah. So yeah, we are talking about this, and so this is a sheet. This is taking data from different worksheets here. Okay,
Okay.
and some of our data is available in the different file, which is available in the different folder.
Okay.
Okay, what we will be doing here, we'll be capturing that data which is available in the different workbook and which is closed, which is which is the base data which is available. We will incorporate the data in this sheet, and then we will update it accordingly. So what I will do, I'm clicking this update button here. So by clicking this update button, it's taking data from this different sheet which was available on the different folder, and I've shared this part in my codes, and through that you can see that this sheet is updated. Now manually I wanted to remove these lines which are blank. So for that we have separate code for that, and if I'm clicking this, it will do it for me. Okay. Yeah, similarly we have created separate codes for different thing. Now the first step of macros, VBA, or any codes which we'll be implementing in any Excel file is that we want to save that file in the particular file format. So for that, you will go in this file, whatever Excel file you are making, and on the file which you are working on, click on this save as, and here you can see that it is Excel macro enabled workbook. So generally, your file is saved in this Excel SX format. Okay.
Right.
So you just need to go to this Excel macro enable workbook, and you need to save that.
Okay.
Okay. And by doing that only, you will be able to write macro codes and something like that. So for starting, I can say that there is a macro button here. Okay. So whatever things you need to automate, so steps you need to automate, you consider that this is the step which is repetitive in nature. And when I say repetitive nature, it can be anything, like copying data from one sheet to another can be one step, filtering down some particular grades, suppose AP, W, and ARG, and deleting those lines can be one step. Okay. And deleting data from this sheet can be one step. So if there is a repetitive step and you need to write a code for that, then we will use macros. So give me one example and we'll try to implement that. Suppose, let me start in this. So for starting macros, what you have to do, you have to click on this macro button and you have to give macro name. Suppose I've given sample one name. You can give shortcut also, that instead of creating this button and clicking on this button, you want to run that macro with the specific shortcut key. Then you will write that key here. Currently, I'm not writing that. And second option here, that you want to save that macro in this particular file, in this workbook, or all the workbooks. So currently I'm using in this workbook only. And for our future purpose, we can write description also, so that in case we need alteration of any code in that macro, so it will be easy for us, to alter it if we know that this code is about what. And believe me, this will be the most useful thing in the future, when you know different things and you will try to alter the things. Okay, so for now I'm writing only sample. So when it say that it is ready, then you are officially ready. Whatever you will be doing now, the screen and the database, it's capturing the steps what you are doing, and in the future it will do the same. Okay, so currently what I'm doing, I'm filtering. Let's clear these two lines. Suppose whenever you are making reports and you don't want these two lines and the data in these two lines, and you want to manually delete it. Okay, so what you will write, you will French and Ukraine 11.5. So you will click here. So it is just remembering the steps. Okay. And after deleting that, we want to open it again. Now, if you want to delete these two lines, then you will delete it also. Now, since our code is completed, I'm clicking on this ready button again. So here you can see a different, tab of developer in this. In your Excel, this tab is not there. So this is made for the people who are writing the codes, who are using macros, and who are writing VBA codes. So how you will get this? You'll click on this file. You will go in this
option. You have to go to the options.
Yeah, you have to go in the options. And here you have to click on this developer tab.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the developer tab, you can see there is a field as macros. In this, we have saved our macro code in the name of sample1. Okay.
Right.
So before running that, I need those two lines to come again, right? Otherwise, it will not work. So I'm clicking on this update button again. So it has taken data from that file. I'm clicking on this update too. Now we will run this sample code. So you have seen that that code has done work for us. Okay. Now there can be different tasks. There can be hard tasks. There can be hundreds of steps, so you can repeat all the steps here and it will record everything for you.
Okay.
And now the second step is how we have created this button here. So for that, we'll go in this developer tab. We'll click on this insert, and here you can see that there is a button here. So we'll click on this. So it will ask that which macro you need to assign. Okay, so there are different macros. We will select this sample one and click on this OK. Okay. By right clicking that, you can edit test. You can change the format from this format control. Okay, size and text, color, everything. Now, if I'm pressing this, now here you can see that we have deleted those lines, right? So how you can use this? So if in your reports, if you are copy pasting data from a different file or this file only, so that step we will learn in the different class. In this class, if you can see that, suppose this data is here, okay, and you want specific line to be pasted in this sheet. So you will copy, you will repeat the task, you will repeat the steps, and then you will assign the macros for that. So this is the logic of macros and how we can alter the macros itself in the course. That we will learn in the different class. I will give you a little bit idea about how we will do and what we will be doing. Okay. Suppose I am changing that sample only, this sample one. Now, if instead of UKN 12.5, after sometimes, if we remember, if you know, there is need that we need to insert that line for Baltic 11.5 also. So basically line number 13. So what we can do, we can edit the line also. We will try to analyze the code, what code it has, we have written. So every code start from the sample one. Suppose this is the file name, you can change the file name from here. Suppose you want to write as a test one, you can change it. But every time you will be seeing or you will be helping, it will be test one. And suppose at the time of selecting that button, the code which we have selected, earlier it was showing as sample one, now it will be showing as test one. We can change it from here. Okay, this is all the steps which was entered in that, and that it shows that the range it was selected B3 to B3 and M4. So if we know any particular line, and we can directly change it from here, like C3, M4, everything. Then what is saying, selection clear contents. We have, deleted all the contents. Then we have selected A29 and from A to M27 auto filter. When we filtered this thing, no, so it is mentioning the range which we have filtered. So if you know the particular range to be filtered, you can directly write here. Instead of that performing macro again, you can simply write here. So in the small macros, this is of no use. Suppose we have created a big macro with altering many macros and altering many things, then it is very difficult to write all the macro codes again. In those cases, we will be altering in the macros itself. Okay, then it is not feasible to perform that macro code again.
So what I've understood is basically macro is more of a kind of programming, which will, once you make it, once you design it, and it gives you a desired output.
So yeah, you can say partially it is this. So the language or code which we have seen is called VBA code. This is the basic code language like Java and C++. This is a VBA code which is used in the Excel. And what macro helps us, you can say that macro is a small tool which is which is designed for the beginners who don't know how to write a code. So for the people who just want to, um, I can say mirror the steps. There are some steps, and if they know that this is the repetitive steps which we need to, copy, and instead of doing manually, if they want, you want a code for that, you can simply use these fields. So in that thing, you don't need any specific VBA or any coding knowledge. Any normal sane person can do that. But writing on changing coding in that, and that will require specific knowledge of things, and in the future classes we will learn how to alter things. So this is the basic macro classes which we have done today. Now in the tomorrow we'll be meeting at the same time, but before meeting that, I want to create one or two example of macros yourself. You can take any sample database, and you will tell me that which activities you have performed in those files. You can use your Excel file also. You can remove all the confidential data, and you will try to automate one or two steps at least. If you are able to do more than that, I'm more than happy, but at least try to do one or two steps, and then we will move forward from there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thanks,
So,
Vika.
can we do it earlier? The reason because day after tomorrow, I've got an early morning flight. So, I'm gonna,
So which
4
time
o'clock I have to get out of the
So which time you prefer? Tell me.
7. Is that 7? 7 would be okay with you?
7 p.m. IST?
Yeah.
7 p.m. IST, yeah, okay for me. Okay, it's 5:30 in the Dubai. So okay.
That's what. Okay, that's
Okay then.
Anyway, so that's what. Now you guys work. Sundays is working now, or it's like any
No.
other.
Friday and Saturday and Sunday are off for us.
Off, okay, because like any other country, because earlier you guys had basically a different regime. Friday and Saturday used to be off, and Sundays used to be working.
Correct. After Expo, our ruler thought that let's match international rulings.
Makes sense because I think because Dubai is a hub, and again the globally, okay, that's a different thing. The world is moving towards now to a 4-day week. Okay, a lot of places. Okay, but still, nevertheless, because in that way, in your case, basically, because Sundays is globally everything is shut. You guys are working, and I'm sure the productivity does not come out of it, except that whatever Dubai market the business would be get generated. That's a different story. But then again, any global market is shut.
Perfect. Yeah, correct. Because in the Fridays also, since whole world was working, we were working from home, even if it was off, and Sunday people were not there and we were going to office. So it doesn't make sense. So I think we are pretty much aligned now.
I think that's on the right track.
Okay, Vikas, then see
then
you
I'll
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.